Good afternoon. Today I would like to talk to you about a very serious issue that's happening across America. Although this issue has been around for the past few years, due to recent events, it's really intensified across America. This issue that we face as Americans is that we are beginning to lack respect for our police force that defend our country every day. An example of this started on August 9th, 2014. On this day, Officer Darren Wilson of Ferguson, Missouri, shot and killed an 18-year-old African-American, Michael Brown. This began a huge debate across the nation because many African-Americans believe that Officer Wilson acted towards an act of racism instead of being just in his manner, and that killing Michael Brown was uncalled for. This issue intensified on November 24th, 2014, when Officer Darren Wilson was acquitted of all charges against him, saying that he was acting in self-defense. This court decision began a nationwide outburst, many claiming that black people are being mistreated and their lives aren't as important as other races. This led to many riots of many people in Ferguson, Missouri, stealing from shops, fighting, and starting a war against the police, hoping to get some acceptance and equality that they believe they deserve. Daniel Beer, editor of Anything Peaceful magazine, explained why cops need to be respected and taken seriously because they have a very dangerous job. He explained that in 2014, 100 officers were killed on duty protecting those that need to be protected. Police officers have one of the most dangerous jobs in America today. They are forced with the task to defend those who need it and protect those who can't protect themselves. Whenever there's an issue across America, the first thing to do is to call the cops. However, due to this power, many believe that officers across the nation are abusing this power and don't deserve the right to have any control over anybody because they do not act with justice, and that racism is too much of a part of every cop's daily task. An example of how the disrespect for cops is getting out of hand happened in New York this past December, on December 4th, when in the middle of New York, 2 cops who were on duty were executed in their cruisers by many African American males who believed they were seeking revenge for the deaths of those such as George Zimmerman and Michael Brown. Cops are the first thing that everybody needs to start respecting because without them, we as society cannot strive or be successful. They are the line that stands between justice and complete chaos in society. A quote written by 72-year-old retired cop Martin Johnson of London wrote an article that called "No One Has Respect for Police Anymore." And in this article, he explains why cops are not treated correctly and why they are blamed for so many things that are happening in America today. He explains that it's easy to blame everyone for one man's mistake. Whenever one cop does something that society believes is not appropriate or is acting unjustly, the entire cop force gets blamed for it and ridiculed. Because of today's society, we believe that cops are not to be respected and that we don't need them. People write articles and put on Facebook how cops, all they do is abuse their power and act with an unjust mind. Veteran Police Chief Cooper of Minnesota explained the main goal of every cop every time he goes out to defend those who cannot defend themselves. He explained that the police act as our eyes, ears and early warning system of danger. Their whole purpose is not to do what they do because they enjoy it or they're acting because they have too much power. They do it because they have to keep the peace in America. Because without cops, America will fall apart and things will be destroyed. We live in a society where role models are constantly telling people not to listen to cops and cops should not be respected. Many rappers say in their songs how cops are ignorant and are pigs, and that's a very common conception that cops don't deserve the badge they wear. They don't deserve the power to defend everybody in this country. Cops are the building blocks of this society. They are to be respected. They go out every day not knowing what's going to happen to them in order just to defend everybody. The hashtag Black Lives Matter was trending on Twitter shortly after the Michael Brown shooting. What should be considered more importantly is that cops' lives matter too. They are just people who decide to take that extra step in life to defend everybody else and do their job accordingly. Cops and police officers are what keeps a society a society. And they have to be respected because they are people who deserve admiration and respect and deserve to be treated as such. Thank you.
Was it 7 or 8 minutes?